how do you advise and workshop women who are stuck in their feelings? I sit with them in their feelings, because they're not going to listen to you. If you just say like, hey, just be smart, be logical, you're being illogical, that's not going to serve anything. They're not going to listen to you. So I sit with them in their feelings and then have the patience. Like, what they need is patience and understanding, because they feel like nobody is listening or understands them. It doesn't mean you agree with them. It doesn't mean that you're saying that they're right, but you're listening. But if they can't or won't move past their feelings, how then can they progress with results? You sit with them until they get past their feelings. Otherwise you can't. And telling them that you're stuck in your feelings is not going to work. Patience. Like, part of good coaching sometimes is just being more stubborn than the other person. Like, whoever's more confident and stubborn wins a lot of times. You know, the reader lounge is the same thing. He's coming up and what about this? And what about this? He's stuck in his feelings too. Slightly different in that he already knows that he needs to move on. He's just afraid to do it. But it's just patience. Whatever excuse he's going to bring up, it's nope. Just another excuse. No, you're just afraid. That's just fear talking again. Nope, that's just fear talking again. Right? So same thing. Not combative though. At the beginning, it's just listening. I just find women have a more difficult time moving past their feelings than men. Sure, but men are also more stubborn. Men can be super stubborn. Women, once you, and this is, you know, broad brush, but women are much more likely to take feedback than guys are. If they feel like they've been heard, right? Women can definitely be stubborn and definitely show claws and definitely, you know, give you a hard time. But if they feel like they've been heard, they're much more willing to do the work and to take feedback and be collaborative and not feel threatened by you and your answers. So this is just pros and cons. And it's a spectrum. It's not just all men are this, all women are that. It's definitely a spectrum, but just knowing that, it's having the patience to sit with them, make sure they feel heard, and then they'll be much more receptive. They'll do the work. When they get triggered from a comment, from a post, or what have you, they just can't get past the hurt. I want to help them immediately get out of the pain and back to their power. So, like anything else that you train, nothing's going to be immediate, right? Like, you need to not be frustrated yourself in how slow it's going, right? Otherwise, it's going to hurt the process. If I actually got mega frustrated with you for having a peanut butter cup today, it would slow the progress for where we want to take this thing, right? So it's giving them tools, but not expecting them to be great at nailing the tools right from the beginning. So you have to understand, well, why are they triggered by it? You have to understand the why. They have to feel heard. What is it about them that makes them feel triggered about this comment that just got put up? Is it that their mom always told them that they were XYZ, or when they went to high school they were bullied, or like what's the trigger? You have to get into the story so they feel heard. Because if you don't get into it, they won't listen to the advice, or they might listen in the moment, but you're not actually going to solve anything. So you're like, oh, you're just re-triggering this every time. The biggest thing about people leaving negative comments is about recognizing that they are the ones who's hurting themselves and empathizing it. Yeah, so yes, like the person's in pain. Before often you can get to that is understanding why it triggers you so much though. Like why? So that you don't get as triggered the next time, and you have a strategy or solution or tool set to get out a little faster. A lot of people don't even know why. Like, that's the work, is to figure out why they're triggered so